Welcome to the 2015 Craig Roberts Memorial Invitation Trophy. Before play gets underway, let's remind ourselves of what happened last year. Joined now on the green with competition organiser Dan Jones. Dan, it's a year on since the first night of this competition. What are your memories from that evening?
Great night, great bowling, fantastic weather. It was just fantastic to see all 8 players just play the green really well, and it was just a perfect night really, and we raised a hell of a lot for charity, and we'll hopefully do it again this year.
Excellent, and a very good 8 once again. Most of the players are the same. Chris Brown comes in as a replacement for Noel Burrows. What do you think to his chances on the evening?
Looking at the green tonight, I think it'll be right up his street. He likes going a long way, and he's a very good striker, so yeah, it should be right up his street. He'll have a tough game against Cookson, having seen him win it last year, but yeah, he's got every chance, just like the other 7.
And finally, there'll be a lot of support for the local boy John Bailey, but will the crowd be rooting for a possible Graeme Wilson-Gary Ellis match tonight?
It would be nice to see that, but I think John might have other ideas somehow.
Well, excellent, Dan. Thanks very much and enjoy the evening.
Thank you.
Just a quick chat now with Glynn Cookson, green side, last year's winner. Glynn, you've just had a practice. How's the green playing this evening?
No, it's in wonderful condition, Tom. Wonderful. It's not especially quick anywhere, but it's just way to the bowls, and that's all the bowlers will have asked for. Just a fair green, it's great.
Excellent. And the first round match against Chris Brown, who's coming for Noel Burrows. What's your record like against Chris?
We haven't really played each other an awful lot, but he's fresh on the block compared to me, Tom, isn't he? But we've played each other 4 or 5 times, and we're probably fairly levelish. I'm not real sure. And
I think the big question that the charity would like to know is, should you win it again, are you going to give all your money away?
Who knows? Only the wife knows that. You'll have to hang on, won't you? It'd be nice to get that far.
Well, thanks very much, Glynn, and good luck tonight. Just quickly, Chris, middle of practice. He stepped in tonight for Noel Burrows, last-minute replacement.
I know, yeah.
So, big shoes to step into. How are you finding the green so far?
It's tricky. It's big, heavy, a bit like Callum, to be fair, but it's nice and smooth, so get a good shot.
And you're playing last year's winner in the first game, Glynn Cookson. How do you feel about that?
Over at Moon. Now I've seen size at green. I'm sure he'll be taking me at corners quite a lot, so just hope I can strike quite well. Otherwise, it'll be a quick game for him, I think.
Yeah, good luck tonight anyway, Chris. Thank you.
Results of the first round games: Glynn Cookson 21, Chris Brown 18, Callum Wraight 19, Mike Leach 21, Graeme Wilson 15, John Bailey 21, Gary Ellis 21, Tommy Johnson 7. Now here's the action from the semi-finals with commentators Mike Holden and Roger Morgan.
Ellis leading 2-0, playing the edge, and he's just a bit short with this. He's putting a bobby up. Leach has played at it and he's hit it, but
he's got a good thick contact on it.
Hit it hard enough.
But it rolled over on its belly. That reduced the running away from the jack.
Bailey struck. Oh, he's got a lucky snide off that one.
Yeah, tremendous hit there by John, and I think that was
a little snick off the short ball.
And I think that was an important hit that for John, because Gary against Tommy Johnson found this edge to his liking very much so, and he did have a few handy breaks in that game with Tommy along this edge.
Yes, he did.
So John getting off that edge as quickly as possible was very important to him.
Glynn and Michael still look at that end. They can't decide who's in.
John's led one here.
Bailey's nailed one. Good ball with the weak balls. Not into the corner, but just before it starts to run down the dip there. And Gary's stroked this out. Wants to keep going. Give this a chance now if he can run another yard. Lovely road, but just dying.
And John's banging form, as you've said at the top of the programme. He's got a quarter-final of the George Davis here in the Colwyn Bay Festival week. This is obviously the centrepiece of this festival now, and becoming a regular fixture. So John's sending plenty of bowls. Confidence is sky high. So this should be a magnificent match.
The only thing that's different from last year is there's not as many people here supporting John. I remember last year there was quite a lot on the right hand side, a lot of locals supporting, and it's a bit sparse there this year. Maybe they're all spread around green, sat in the sunshine. Yeah,
I have to agree. I think that it was almost sort of like too deep around the green last year, but there's no excuses for people not coming and seeing the quality that's here.
I mean, there's still a good crowd on. There's still a good few hundred here. But for the local, like I said last year in the commentary, you'd have expected the locals to be a bit more boisterous when their man or local man should be leading like he is. Gary wants to know if it's two. It looks two to me. The chap on the green taking a guess. Now he's saying, let John have a look. Referee's trotted over.
The evergreen Mr. D.T. Evans, he is one of the best judges in the game, I have to say. I've known David Evans for a long time, and I know it was one of the highlights of his refereeing career when he was given the duties to referee one of the legs in the final of the Crossfield Cup a couple of years ago. And he rarely gets things wrong, and you know, he goes about his business, and you'd hardly know he was there. But excellent ball there from Gary.
Yeah. Played a real ball as Ellis.
They're just cutting at each other's momentum at the moment. I was just about to say, meanwhile, Glynn is just going about his business, playing different corners to the corners he favoured last year, which is interesting, because he did play the other corners so magnificently well, but he just has a liking for these. Played them well against Chris Brown to win in his quarter-final.
Yes, and I don't think Michael and Callum sent the jack further than 23-24 yards in their game. So this is like a marathon reach for Michael, but he's played an absolute
he's just played
ball.
An absolute front toucher, and he's just noted that he's had the biggest round of applause of the evening. Yes, well bowled, Michael.
Second ball. What's Glynn doing? He's certainly reached. He's not a million miles off. He's got the gap. Oh, he's
well,
out.
he's got
and
a,
he's
he's got a
counted.
contact, and he's won. He's beaten a front toucher by pushing the jack through with a bit of follow through on the bowl that he sent, and he's now got a foot bowl next to the jack in the corners.
Bailey's having it all here. More luck than a pox doctor's clerk. Bailey's getting in off the mantelpiece and everything.
One to Glynn after that magnificent bowl to deny Mike. And Mike's been in fantastic form this season, hasn't he, Michael?
Phenomenal, Roger. For a man of his age, 68 years of age.
National Veterans Champion and North Lanxon Filed Merit Champion.
He won the Gardener's Arms a fortnight ago in Blackpool, the Sunday before Fleetwood Festival. He's just going to finish a little yard short.
So 2.5 foot. It's all about picking the length straight away. Glynn's having a look at this.
If it misses that ball, it wins. Good ball.
Yes, a very good ball from Glynn.
Michael's got the referee to go and stop this ball. He's playing a few yard over. Only a few. He's not striking like Callum does. He's got something. He's got the gap.
It was the right ball, because I think it was a useful ball, that 2.5 foot ball, and saying to Glynn, try and get another. Well, I think Glynn might be obliging.
Got another. Needs to miss it, and he does.
Oh, there's a great bowling.
Awesome bowling. Just wants to run straight and not peg for a reasonably good ball. Good ball. He's not happy with that. He wanted it a foot higher up the green. And Bailey's gone and licked it. Just coming around the corner to lick it.
Ooh, it's just stood up. I think it's just taken it, Michael. It'll be interesting to see what Gary plays here. Yes, one to John. He's playing at it. Got it. Ooh! Found the gap. I thought he'd gone finger peg at that. No danger for John as long as he doesn't hit the jack. He's on his own ball. Ooh, he's had a very awkward contact with his own ball. Do you know? I think he may be down. He is down. It's just the way the balls fell. Only time will tell how important that was. Going for 2 and ended up 1 down. Very unlucky. So what it's all about now is how many does Gary get off that unlucky hit by John. And he's determined to try and punish him, and he's played a football at the back. But John's had 2 lucky hits going that way, and he's had 1 against him now. It's evening itself out, but he's played a good one here. He's played a magnificent ball here as John Bailey. Yeah. Referee. Another strike coming in from Gary. No, he's not. Oh, he's just played a bit of weight. He wants to peg quick. He's got it. What a good ball. Amazing contact on the ball. It's one of the hardest shots to play in the game. Roger, just tell me why nobody even applauded that ball. Don't know. The sun must have been in everybody's eyes. Everybody probably can be shouting and dancing and singing. Shout all you want. Absolutely marvellous ball. That was absolutely amazing ball. And never even got a ripple of applause from the crowd. All the Welshmen are sick. It's just like a Sunday afternoon church outing, this. Now, if you were playing, Michael, you'd wake them up, wouldn't you? I certainly would. That's why we needed Callum and Michael to not be playing each other first game, to liven them up a little bit. And this has won it to Bailey's. Really good ball. Another great ball from John Bailey. He's continually drawing really well. Big foot.
Gary's trying to play that ball again. Just sit the ball out or pick the jack up. He's
You
just
know, he's
a
having a
bit
look
tight.
at it again.
It's just a shade tight.
Just narrowed.
This'll
There,
warm
see,
the
Michael,
crowd
we
up
have
now.
some
This'll
excitement in
warm
the
it
crowd.
up. Bailey's got another.
Brilliant bowling from John Bailey this time. Superb.
There you go. The crowd's
That's it,
clapping
there.
now.
Appreciate magnificent bowling.
John's warming the crowd up with this magnificent bowling.
Yeah, fantastic bowls there from John Bailey.
John Bailey 7, Gary Ellis.
Just going to have a word with John Parrott now. Roger's going to have a chat with him. So I'll pass the mic over to John.
The welcome, John, our patron of Crown Green Bowls, and I have to say on behalf of the game, it's magnificent that you find the time to come down and witness what's been a really good spectacle so far. How are you enjoying it?
It's fantastic, thoroughly enjoyable, brilliant field. 8 great bowlers we've had already down to the semi-final here, and well, it's just warming up lovely. I mean, Glynn Cookson's really come into his own. He looked in trouble in the first match with Chris Brown, but come back to win, and he's using the mark apparently he used last year when he was the champion here quite a lot. So
Yeah,
he certainly got Mick Leach in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it was a brilliant game that in the quarter final between Mike and Callum Wraight, but they were playing shorter marks, weren't they? And Glynn's just gone straight for the jugular, as it were, in terms of his favoured length.
Yeah, he's just stretched him all the way, hasn't he? And gone straight in the corners. And as I say, he's looked very, very strong. And defending champion, he's not giving it up lightly, is he?
Oh no. Glynn is the ultimate competitor. Brilliant times in the Liverpool City League. I was a student in Liverpool and remember some of the venues.
Yeah, there's another one. The other one, I don't think it's there anymore. The Black Horse used to have some massive tournaments there. They used to play one tournament that was 41 up. They used to play there, and I think Egworth People's Hall, great green there. The Richmond Bowling Club, which is still going. I'm glad to say that's still going in Liverpool. So some fabulous greens there, and the Northern Club, of course, in Crosby, which is not far from where I live. They're still playing a big event there.
Absolutely.
So it's there's still plenty of greens there.
Which was your club?
Well, at Wavertree, in Wavertree Park, yeah. So I used to play from there, and it was just fantastic. And of course, I played for Egworth People's Hall. We used to play quite a bit there, and that was I actually went from being down on the green to upstairs in the room because the snooker tables were upstairs then. So I used to have a double whammy there.
Yeah, fantastic. And the greens in Liverpool now, unfortunately, the economic times has resulted in a lot of the venues going. How do you think the sport can cope with?
Well, hopefully the TV. If we get some TV coverage in the future or something, that'll be a massive help. And obviously the characters in it, you know, it's very similar to snooker. When snooker started off in the 80s on the television, it was the characters that made the sport. People got involved in it, and if there can be a few characters in it as well that people can attach themselves to. Certainly, I think Callum's got potential to be a TV superstar. To be honest, I love the way he dances around his bowls. It's fantastic to watch.
He's a great entertainer.
He's a great entertainer, and it's people like that. Apart from the fact that the talent that they show anyway, but to have a few characters in it doesn't do any harm at all. Meanwhile, Mike Leach is making a comeback here.
I think yes, he is. He's all of a sudden decided, I will change my tactics and I will take Glynn back in the corners, and he'll never give up without a fight. He's
certainly turned it around. What was he, about 11-2 behind or something? At the moment it's 13-9 now, so he's making a shape. And the other game looked like it was going to be close, and John Bailey won a tournament last night, didn't he, which he's been playing, and he obviously knows this green better than anyone. He plays it in this green in the league. So, and I haven't seen Gary Ellis lose yet. And the tournaments I've been to, he's won every one I've been to. So I don't know.
He was certainly pleased to see you here tonight.
Exactly. Yeah, he was dropping me a fiver, won't
he? Yeah. Gary's always there or thereabouts, but John, with the fine form he's in at the moment, he's having a great season, and this week he's sending plenty of bowls, and full of confidence, and it's a pleasure to see them both playing so well, because it's becoming that a football isn't good enough, as John just beats another one of Gary's bowls to count, but John's not sure of counting because that's about an 18-inch bowl he's got. And Gary's...
has he run on?
Might have just gone out. Just had a little bit of finish there. John's looking at them. So and Michael's got in again, and he's going back on the mark that Glynn favoured last year. So this is really interesting.
Big change in the other. I mean, it's 14-10 the other one, but big change in where they've gone. A different mark entirely now in the Cookson Leach match. He's come down to the right hand corner as we look at it. They haven't done this part of the green so far. I think he's trying to get him back in the corners eventually, do you?
Yes, I think he's trying to just work some different corners now, because he was having some joy with these corners earlier in the match. Michael went back in the corners. Glynn went for as the game progressed. But now Glynn's looking to try and take control again. 2 good bowls there at the moment. This is an important ball for Michael.
Yeah, I think he likes it.
Well, he's stalking it.
It's not pegging enough.
It's got to work.
It's not pegging enough.
It's just slipped out the back. Very unlucky, and that's just put a bit more daylight again. 16-10 to Glynn.
Yeah, just looked like he was clawing his way back in. He'd gone again.
It's an incredible sport, just as snooker is, in terms of just shift of momentum.
Yeah,
and it can be one ball can just change a whole match. And when you have that jack in your hand, it's so important to make a good lead and put your opponent under pressure.
Good ball, lad.
Great ball there from Gary Ellis, fabulous. Cracking match, this one really is good.
Looks like John's going to have a strike at this ball that Gary's line to the side. He's certainly played a reacher, 4-5 yard over. And he gets a big contact. That's a superb strike from John Bailey.
Absolutely fantastic. Great strike.
Again, that's another important ball. Keeps John right in the hunt.
Yeah, 13 across. Yeah, well, I'm going to shoot off, watch the rest of the semi-final, and I'll pass you back. Lovely to talk to you, and it's been a cracking evening so far, and I'm sure we're going to have a great final.
Thank you, John. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you. John Parrott, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous to have our patron here enjoying the bowling.
Yes, and back to the bowling. Ellis and Bailey 13 apiece. Cookson 16-10 in front of Michael Leach. And Bailey's found an absolute perfect lead ball and just trailed at the back with his second, but probably got another. Got his striking. Some excellent bowling, Roger. Excellent.
Yeah, superb standard.
Gary's hit his own. Gary's striking's been absolutely abysmal tonight. He couldn't hit a barn door.
Well, there's a bit of a shift in momentum there. John playing a strike the previous end, hitting it, and getting 2 good bowls there, going 15-13 in front. Could that be the game changer?
Had a decent ball there, and Michael's had a decent one against Cookson as well. They're all finding the range now. Michael's come from a million behind.
Yes, it was an important end for Michael to win in that corner. Glynn put the jack in the right place, but slipped up with his lead, and now Michael is back on the marks that he was playing so well against Callum Wraight. Glynn under a little bit of pressure now.
Glynn's going to play a big 10 yard over and try and pick up the jack. He is when John gets out of his road. John's just got on the side of Gary's. It might have got another. Here comes Glynn. Reached, that's it. And he's got the gap.
Found the gap.
He can't believe it. Michael's having some luck.
It's game on again with Mike Leach smelling blood now.
And Gary's played too far at Bailey's balls and missed. Bailey's just gone in front again. He's gone 17-13 in front. Marvellous performance. He's stuck in there.
All of a sudden that strike he hit in the corners has become very valuable as he's got 2 twos on the back of it.
Yeah. Took the impetus away from Gary. Now he's starting to jog after him. Now he's getting into it. He's John.
Yeah,
This
John.
is a good one, Roger, if it's on road.
Can't fault it, Michael. Can't fault
No. He'd have settled for that before he sent it.
And it's interesting.
Gary wants to run with this. This is just going to die.
Because John is taking Gary on an edge. It favours the left hand. He's drawing it in.
He played this edge against Graeme Wilson in his first game. With John's weakish balls, he plays a tight mark down the edge. And I think the players are trying to get a road of their own and not watch John's and forgetting about sending the ball to one length. John's played another real ball
Played
here.
two magnificent balls here.
I don't think Gary can see him to it. He's got to just play a yard into his own ball and hope.
Well, Gary's looking at it, Michael.
He's
And
too
he's-
far. He needs a hit badly. He needs to hit something, and he has, and he's counted.
Well,
And just a little ripple of applause from the crowd.
yeah, I don't.
It's won it, Roger.
Is it won it? Right,
It's won
okay.
it for me.
From the angle I'm at here, I can't see, but that if it has, that's an amazing ball. He signalled one to Gary Ellis, and that was for Gary absolutely vital. Glynn might have just beaten that lead of his, but Mike's got back to 15, 16. Both games on a knife edge.
Leach has played short. If he's not in, that's a bad ball.
I think
Cookson's
Glynn's
having a
checking.
look.
I think Glynn's on there.
I think Bailey's just beat Ellis's ball. If this is on road, it's a chance. On road, it's a real chance. It's played a wonder
Great
ball,
ball
Gary.
from Gary Ellis.
Great
Sits to
ball.
the side of the jack. I think John might be tempted to have a go at this. With John's striking prowess, that ball maybe taking a journey into the gutter.
Playing a
Ooh.
big yard over.
I thought he'd
Playing
have
a
a
reach,
full-blooded
he's just on
strike.
top.
Yeah, just on top. I thought he might have had a full-blooded strike at that. And Glenn Cookson has
Real
just
one.
played an amazing ball to make two against Mike Leach. So that was a very important moment in that game, I think. As he opens up
He
the
made
gap
an
again.
absolute real ball. Only a foot short did Leach, and Cookson's put two inside it.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to peg this. It doesn't want to peg.
And
Now then,
Gary's, I don't think that's in it, that one.
I think it's a chance. I do. I think it's a chance.
Gary's
I'm
having a
going to
good look
say
at
Ellis
this.
is in here.
Which ball though,
The
Michael?
last ball. The last ball looks in for me.
Seems to it died quickly and went round the corner. Oh, there you go. I should know better to question your judgment, Michael.
It's far enough. It's far enough.
That's a great ball.
Good ball,
Great ball.
John. Good ball.
Absolutely class ball from John Bailey.
He's gone 18-15 in front, Bailey, but Cookson has gone 20-15 in front. And he's played a very, very good lead as Cookson.
Yes,
Very
he played a
good
magnificent lead. Looks like he changed his peg going into that corner. He was
Leach
probably a
has
bit
got to
disgusted
be
at
at
the
least- he's got to be at least a big yard over to give it a
last
chance.
time he went that corner. Certainly reaching at it. There's some
He looks a
Mike
shade
Leach.
underneath it.
Yeah, speed
Good
just held it
effort,
out.
Yeah, what a good effort. It's give him a chance.
John Bailey stalking this ball. He must like it.
I'd have thought Cookson had have put one round the back. Me, Roger. covering that ball of Michael's just in case he picks the jack up. Because if he picks the jack up, he's got 2.
It's all or nothing for Michael now. He's reaching up. He's looking at it. He's looking at it, Mike.
Underneath.
No, just underneath. And Glynn Cookson becomes the first player to get into the final with a 21-15 win over Mike Leach. And another magnificent performance from Glynn Cookson. He really does like this green. Getting into his second successive final here at Rose Park Bowling Club.
Yeah, as you know, John doesn't play balls that are overly biased. There's a shade on the weakish side. And then you've got left hand against right hand as well. This can't be bad, Roger, wherever it goes.
No, he's absolutely nailed a good ball there. Keeping the pressure on Gary now.
That's what he's done, Roger. He has pressurised him. Gary's reached, needs to hit it. Needs to sit that ball. He's not, he's knocked it just further around the back. He's made it more difficult.
Gary can't believe how that hung off then at the death. So again, only fractions.
I think Bailey needs to put one round back.
Oh, he wants to count.
Put one near.
He wants to count one.
He's give Gary no alternative.
That is a brilliant ball, side toucher. Giving
it's
Gary
a brilliant ball, but he's give Gary no option but to strike. And he's got it.
He's got the hit. And John's got to do it all over again.
This has got a chance, Roger. This has got a hell of a chance. It's just going to whip out.
Just
whips to the death.
Away on the top side again. Difference in bias, maybe.
Yeah, quite possibly. And again, left hand and right hand.
Yeah.
He's not happy with this, John. He just let out a little bit of a sigh. He's just going to die. He's giving Gary an option again. He can play a reacher onto it.
In the way. Gary looks as though he can see it, so I think he'll be having a go.
He's having a strike. He can get under John's last ball. Got Summit. Yes,
another magnificent hit from Gary Ellis. Again, it's at this standard. You know, a ball 6 inches to the side of the jack is in a dangerous position when you're only one. John will be kicking himself for not getting that second ball to be in counting position.
Yep, he's on a different road than his first. It wants to just peg underneath that ball. It's done it. It's a good ball.
Played a magnificent ball to count.
John's shoulders slumped there when he
he
saw Gary's arm go up.
I can't quite believe it. I'm sure John will do.
John, nothing for short for John. Everything for
right
the reacher. As long as he's reached.
I think he's far enough.
As long as he's reached.
He's
not reached. He might have won it, but he's not reached.
A few people clapping. Gary's a little bit to the right of the jack.
I might be thinking Gary's in, you know, Roger.
He's having a good look at it.
Yeah, Gary's signal won.
Yeah. I mean, he's left him about.
He's not licked it. He's not licked it, Roger. Gary's not led one, but John's not beat it. It looks so easy to get one in, but John's played it to back. Gary's on a good road here. If he's got a length, he's nailed one on jack with a rem.
To apply the pressure again.
It's just that bit too far again. Just that shade. But there's no peg on this mark. John put his ball too far back. Well, this is a different road for John.
He's got it to do some work. He needs some work off it.
He'll sit that ball and win it. Yeah, and he has.
Great ball from John Bailey.
Woke the crowd up again. He's gone to 2017 in front.
Big shout from the crowd there. They woke up with that one, Michael.
They did, Roger.
He's trying to play against that right hand of Gary Ellis. It's absolutely the right thing to do for a left-hander.
Just wants to finish now. If it finishes, it's a reel, and it is. It's a reel, and
he's found a magnificent ball. Gary has to find the line and the length on this mark, which is a new place they've gone.
If anything, he's just a bit tighter than John.
And he's got Gary round the corner.
Excellent effort from Gary. He's in a good shop as well. John needs to get another one, or if he doesn't, he wants one round the back.
Yeah, I think he's desperate to count another one in there, knowing what Gary's done to him in the last couple of ends with his striking.
But he doesn't want to pair them up as a target.
He's played a great ball to count. Well, Gary can't. He can't get both of them out with a strike.
I don't think he's going to strike, Roger. I think he's going to try and play him.
He's going to try and run the jack, I think. And Gary's looking at it.
He's reached.
He's stalking this, Michael. Somebody said he's tight.
Oh, he's chipped it, but still left Bailey.
Brilliant game. And John Bailey puts his first place in the Craig Roberts Memorial Final with a 21-17 win against Gary Ellis. Fabulous bowling.
Exactly, Roger. Yes, he played well. The pair of them did.
Join us in part 2 for the final between Glynn Cookson and John Bailey.
I've got the winning numbers in it, so we might like to get it to